All right, so I had a seizure last night, and I'm not making this video to be seen. I'm just making this so I'll have a record of what happened, because I tend to forget exactly all the circumstances, and I want to make sure I remember. So yesterday was the first day I started lowering or weaning myself off one of my medications, lamotrigine. Just as my epileptologist told me, only in the mornings. I went from taking 2.5 pills to only 2 pills in the mornings. Yeah, so yesterday was the first morning I did that. Everything was fine until about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I started feeling a little bit dizzy, and my eyes started to lose focus every once in a while a little bit. Like I saw floaters, nothing crazy, nothing super scary, just a little off, just felt a little off. And then by like 5 o'clock, 5:30 is usually when I would have my first drink. If you saw in previous videos, I don't remember which one it was, a previous video, I talked about how when I quit drinking completely, I started having multiple seizures. And I talked to my doctor how I think having a couple drinks at night stopped my seizures. We found out it did. I have the okay from her, blah, blah, blah. I have a couple drinks at night. It stops my seizures. Yesterday, it felt, that was the last thing I wanted. I felt dizzy. I did not want a drink at all. So I did not have one at that point at 5:30, whereas normally I would. Anyway, I felt weird. So when 6:15 rolled around, I usually have my medicine at 6:15 in the morning, 6:15 at night. I took my nightly medication, and then around 7 o'clock, I felt good enough to have my evening drink, because I knew I needed to, because I didn't want to take any chances that I might have one because of that. Another note, at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I had a huge lunch. I went to a Mexican restaurant, had appetizer, chips and dip, and then a huge burrito, whatever. Anyway, I was so full I didn't have dinner. I just grazed food. So I don't know if that was a factor. And then at night, I usually go to sleep at 9 o'clock. Last night, my husband didn't come to bed with me. He stayed up later talking to his mom, who's staying over. So I didn't go to sleep till 11:45, which is much later. I don't know if that was a factor. But around, I don't know if it was around 12:30 or 1, because I didn't look at the clock. Obviously, I was having a seizure. Around 12:30 or 1, I woke up with vertigo, feeling dizzy, tried to sit up, couldn't really see where I was, but just knew I was dizzy, knew, oh God, here we go again. It's been 4 months since I've had a seizure, since I felt like this, minus the controlled seizures I had in my EEG hospital stay a month ago. We don't count those. That was on purpose. But this had been 4 months since I'd had this. But I also had the extreme urge to pee. Like extreme, which is what I always had after I had a tonic-clonic, which I knew I hadn't had that, but I did have the vertigo. So I was like, okay, I still feel dizzy, but I feel okay enough to go pee real quick. So I went, I peed, but after I peed, I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do after that. Like I couldn't figure out that I was supposed to wipe or use toilet paper. I was very confused. I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I was looking around. I knew there was something. I couldn't see that there was toilet paper. I didn't know what to do. I was very confused. So I didn't know what to do. I was scared I was going to start seizing. I just knew I needed to get back into bed. So I just stood up without, it was just pee. I stood up without wiping, went back to bed, laid down, still very dizzy. And that's when the terror started. You know how you get the fear, but you don't know why. I thought about waking my husband up. Didn't. I was just laying there. I was just focused on my breathing, trying to get it controlled. Still dizzy, still terror, but I was able to just deep breathe. And about 20, 30 minutes later, I think I was able to fall asleep, and then stayed asleep till 5:30 when I just woke up. That's usually my normal time. And God, so My Fitbit says I only got 4 hours, 45 minutes of sleep last night, whereas normally I get like 7 hours. So I don't know if that was a factor. I don't know why the hell I had a seizure. I'm so mad. I think part of it has to be, you can't imagine the first day of cutting out a tiny little bit of medicine, but because I had that weird feeling at 3:30, there had to have been something, right? But then factor in, I didn't have dinner. I didn't eat very much. I didn't get much sleep. I don't know what the hell went wrong, but I'm so pissed off and frustrated that it happened again. Anyway, we're gonna try again today. The new day, hopefully it's fine. So I did message my doctor this morning, so we'll see. Oh, also she said to increase my my Topamax in the evening. So I remembered to do that at 8 o'clock last night. So I took an extra one. So maybe that was a factor too. Jesus Christ, so much happened yesterday. So I don't know what could have caused it. So I'm going to eat all 3 meals today. I'm going to get 7 hours sleep, go to sleep at the right time, go back to my routine. So again, this vlog is just for me to have a record of what's going on. I don't care if anybody sees this. Yeah, here's hoping it goes better today. That's it.